Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Game of Thrones. So, when I first started this, I did say I'd try and get some of it finished before Game of Thrones Season 8 starts, but unfortunately it started this week, so I'm way behind on that. But
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
I am off work now for the next 5 days. So, wow, it's really like fuzzy, isn't it? It's a bad picture. So I'm off work now for the next 5 days. So within starting to decorate my house, I plan to play for a load of games as well.
It troubles me to even ask this of
What
you.
me?
But you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally. Especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Wow, the graphics are... I don't remember it being like this rugged. Okay, so I've looked at that. The letter's gone. Was that someone knocking at my chamber door? Tapping at my chamber. Why is it so fuzzy? Oh, I've missed a chance to have a look at everything now. Crap.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Let him in.
It's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
We'll just
I'm
go
just
for
worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
I still remember,
You
sir.
work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Let's
What
see
did
what
they
they say.
say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
Oh dear.
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies.
Crafty.
You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Looks like we've got a friend in him. That could be useful, so we need to remember that. But it's not good, is it? Oh, hello, Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Knowing how Marjorie is from the series and the books, I'm going to be honest
From the
with
day you
her.
arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I'm going to be honest with her.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
That was a bit of a scornful look, wasn't it?
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I am no traitor.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
I'll do it, you
as you
ask.
ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
I've got to remember that
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive
you've
us.
got to play people at the game, haven't you? Like, you got to... what's the word? I can't think what the word is.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Yeah, like that. You've got to close your emotions and stuff and
Good luck.
like play people at their own game, basically. So it literally like you die. Because I think when I played it last year, I'm sure I defied Cersei and stayed up with the North, but that was a terrible mistake. So I'm going to play Cersei at her own game and just be like how Sansa Stark played it, and just be completely
You can do
honest with
this.
her. Well, not honest, but say what she wants to hear while sharpening my knife behind my back, as it is, so to say. Look at them all. It's not very... Tyrion!
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Oh,
With
that's
your
a
permission,
bit of a glitch.
allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I'm going to kneel before her.
Your Grace.
The girl
Got to
knows her
try.
courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
As much as it hurts me to bend the knee,
House Forrester is a northern house
I've got
loyal
to
to the king.
keep Marjorie
Are they?
happy,
I
haven't
beg your
I?
pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
We serve
Joffrey
king.
is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
I
Yes,
agree,
Your
Your Grace.
They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Ah, crap.
I take
No!
it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If
Ah,
you
crap.
are
See what I mean? You say...
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Here's the new warden.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
I think I've screwed up
Old
again.
allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances.
Agreed.
There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
We'll say yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
I shouldn't...
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I
Oh.
suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps.
Oh dear.
Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this,
Have I pissed
hope
Marjorie
we
off
find it
now?
quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
I'm
I'm
also
loyal.
as Marjorie, your grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she?
I had no choice.
The
I need
most
to.
dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Oh no.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Have I screwed up again?
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh god. Hopefully I... Oh, that was a bit of a horrible look.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion.
We'll say thank you.
That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said.
Ah, crap. Have I screwed up again?
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard.
Let's see what you're suggesting.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester.
Interesting.
Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance.
Ah!
And it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested.
I'm going to
such
say
a
I
thing.
can't
I'm
at the
sorry,
minute.
Lord Tyrion. But it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Yes, I learned that last time. I'm going to try and stick to Marjorie and not screw Marjorie over. I want to, like... I think Marjorie is would be more beneficial. I hope, anyway. Probably me.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back.
Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white
Oh, you
coat of
cheeky
his.
mare.
Sarah, what? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
We'll have
Put
to.
it back. We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Ooh.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'm gonna say no.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, but how long would you be able to use it
I
for?
might
That's...
even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Ooh, burn.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What
Ooh,
a
that's
perfect
horrible.
match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Well,
I'm gonna
I'm sorry, my
apologise.
lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
I've said the wrong thing again.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Yes. It's hard to please. It only matters what you say.
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly.
Excellent.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Have we
I do
gained?
appreciate your willingness to appease her,
Yay.
as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
I'm gonna ask her for help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Sarah may stay. If Marjorie trusts her, we trust her.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me,
mum-
my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
Marjorie noticed you asked on behalf
That
of
is
your
no small request. Especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Stop saying she
Joffrey
insisted.
knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that
It
dire.
is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira.
Ah.
If Cersei were to find out.
You adored, but this is the only way. You adored by the king.
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
She had a bit of fire in her belly then, didn't she?
Very well. I'll
Woohoo!
make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Yay! Oh, but she doesn't look happy. But it is a Game of Thrones. You have to use people's advantages to your advantages, don't you? So I think that's where I went wrong last time. Oh. Whoa, horsey.
Seven hells.
Seven hells. What's going on here? Oh, bloody Ramsay Snow, isn't it?
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors
Playing,
used
that's
skins
it.
of their enemies as a coat?
Look at him, he's just casually stroking that knife across his chest, isn't he? But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this episode here, because the other one's gone on for well over 20 minutes now, I think. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye.